Hey everyone, welcome back. I want to tell you about the day my 8-year-old daughter asked me a question that absolutely destroyed me. Daddy, do you love your game more than you love me? I was in the middle of a raid, headset on, screen glowing. I didn't even look at her. Not now, sweetie, Daddy's busy. She walked away, and I kept playing for 6 more hours. I've always been a gamer. Started with Nintendo as a kid. It was my hobby, my stress relief. Everyone needs a hobby, I'd tell my wife. Some guys golf, I game. What's the harm? But somewhere along the way, it stopped being a hobby and became an obsession. I'd come home from work and go straight to my computer, just for an hour, I'd say. 6 hours later, dinner was cold and the kids were in bed. Weekends were worse. I'd wake up early to game before my family woke up, then play all day. Later, I'd tell my wife whenever she asked me to do anything. Later never came. My guild became more important than my actual family. I knew everything about their lives, stayed up until 2 a.m. helping them with in-game events, but I couldn't tell you what my kids did at school that day. Your family depends on you, my wife would say. But my family didn't feel urgent. The game was happening now. Limited time events, rankings that would reset. I had to play now or I'd miss out. I started calling in sick for game releases, stopped going to family functions. My wife stopped asking me to be involved. She just did everything herself. I was physically present, but completely absent. The breaking point came on my son's 10th birthday. My only job was to be there for his party at 3 p.m., but my guild had scheduled a raid for 2 p.m. I'll be done by then, I told myself. It'll take an hour tops. 3 hours later, we still hadn't finished. My wife texted, "Where are you? Everyone's here." 5 more minutes, I typed back. We finally beat the raid at 5:47 p.m. I felt the rush of victory. Then I looked at my phone. 17 missed calls. The last text from my wife, "Don't bother coming home tonight." I drove home anyway. My son was in his room. "Hey, buddy, I'm so sorry." "It's fine," he said flatly. "You're never here. Even when you're here, you're not really here." That's when my daughter asked, "Daddy, do you love your game more than you love me?" I couldn't answer, because my actions had been answering that question for years. My wife was standing behind them. "You missed your son's 10th birthday for a video game. He'll only be 10 once, and you chose pixels on a screen over him. I filed for separation this afternoon. You're addicted. Until you get help, you can't be here." She handed me a bag she'd already packed. Even in that moment, part of my brain was thinking about getting back online. That's when I knew she was right. I stayed at my parents' house. My dad unplugged the internet. I went through withdrawal. Couldn't sleep, couldn't focus, felt anxious and irritable. "This is how drug addicts feel," my mom said quietly. My dad made me go to church that Sunday. The sermon was on Ecclesiastes 2. The pastor read verses 10-11. "I denied myself nothing my eyes desired. I refused my heart no pleasure. Yet when I surveyed all that my hands had done and what I had toiled to achieve, everything was meaningless, a chasing after the wind. Nothing was gained under the sun." The pastor explained, Solomon had everything. He denied himself nothing, and at the end he looked at it all and said, "This is meaningless. I gained nothing." What are you chasing? Gaming, binge watching, scrolling, whatever your escape is, it promises fulfillment but delivers emptiness. I felt like he was talking directly to me. After the service, I told him everything. He asked, "What have you actually gained from all those hours of gaming?" "Thousands of hours, max level characters, rare achievements, top rankings." "Nothing," I finally said. "I've gained nothing. It's all meaningless." "You were pursuing pleasure instead of purpose, entertainment instead of relationship, achievement in a fake world instead of investment in the real one." He connected me with a counselor who specialized in gaming addiction. "It's not like drugs or alcohol," I protested. "No," the counselor agreed, "but it activates the same reward pathways in your brain, same dopamine response, same compulsive behavior, same inability to stop even when it's destroying your life. That's addiction." Recovery was harder than I expected. I had to delete all my games, leave my guilds, remove every trigger. I felt real grief. My counselor said that was normal. "You've invested thousands of hours. Your brain has built neural pathways around it. Breaking those pathways is painful." One Saturday, my dad asked if I wanted to help him build a deck. Real, physical work. At the end of the day, we looked at what we'd built. "This matters," he said. "This is real. Years from now, this deck will still be here. Everything you built in those games, it'll be gone when the servers shut down." After 2 months of counseling, my wife agreed to family therapy. My daughter told the therapist, "I feel like I have to compete with a game for my dad's attention." That destroyed me, but it was true. I apologized to both of my kids, really apologized. My son asked, "Are you going to start playing again?" "Honestly, part of me wants to," I said.
But I'm not going to, because nothing in any game is worth losing you. It's been 18 months. I haven't played a single game. I've been to every soccer game, every recital, every parent-teacher conference. My wife and I are rebuilding. Last month, my son asked me to play a board game with me. We sat at the kitchen table for 2 hours. At the end, he said, "This is better than when you played video games." "Yeah," I said, "it really is." If gaming is consuming your life, I want you to know 2 things. First, Ecclesiastes 2:10-11 is true. You can achieve everything in a virtual world and still have gained nothing in the real world. All those hours will never truly satisfy you. Second, if you can't stop, you're not weak, you're addicted, and addiction requires help. Delete the games, get counseling. Tell someone who can hold you accountable. Your life is slipping by while you're staring at a screen. Your kids are growing up without you. The game will still be there tomorrow, but your family might not be.
Thanks for watching. Here are today's reflection questions. What virtual achievement are you chasing that might be stealing time from real relationships that matter? If your child or loved one asked you right now, "Do you love your phone, game, or screen more than me?" what would your actions from this past week say? Drop your thoughts about the story in the comments below. Your experience might encourage someone else facing the same choice. If this resonated with you, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more real talk about what truly matters in life. Remember, real life is waiting, but you have to put down the controller and step into it.